Humm Baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today the MLB players have rejected the offer from the owners to get someone in here to help mediate this thing and help get a new CBA so that they can start spring training on time. MLB players say no. I don't quite understand why they would say no, because it doesn't seem likely that the MLB players and the MLB owners are going to get anything figured out anytime soon. So it seems like federal mediation is necessary. It seems like it was necessary 3 months ago. But maybe because anything the owners want, the players automatically have to say no, that's crap, because they hate each other and must disagree on every single little issue, including getting a federal mediator. So here's the situation. Locked out players rejected MLB's request for a federal mediator to enter stalled labor negotiations, a move that pretty much eliminated any chance for an on-time start to spring training and increased the work stoppages threat to opening day. Spring training ain't starting on time. I doubt opening day will start on time. The funny thing is, though, they will eventually figure it out. Why? One reason and one reason only. Money. Our money. They want it really bad. And once they start losing out on our money, they will somehow figure it out and become best friends. Okay? Because there's one thing in common. If there's only one thing, there's one thing in common that the players have with the owners, and that is they want our money really bad. One day after the MLB asked for help, I shouldn't say the MLB. One day after MLB asked for help from the Federal Mediation and Conciliation Service, the Major League Baseball Players Association on Friday ruled out a third party trying to assist the fractured sports warring factions. 2 months after implementing their lockout and just 2 days after committing to the players that a counterproposal would be made, the owners refused to make a counter and instead requested mediation. After consultation with our executive board and taking into account a variety of factors, we have declined this request. The clearest path to a fair and timely agreement is to get back to the table. The table that they didn't touch for a month after the lockout began. The table that they've only been to 4 times. This entire time, they have made almost no effort to get this thing resolved. That's the most annoying thing. At least back in 2020, when we were trying to get that season started, but it was stalled because of the COVID-19. At least at that point, they were making offer, counteroffer, and nobody was accepting it. It was annoying as all hell, but at least they were seemingly trying somewhat. Now they're not even trying, and this is absolutely insane. But like I said, they will get it figured out. Why? Because they want our money. Statement here, and that's the one that I just read. Owners locked out players on December 2nd, immediately following the expiration of a 5-year collective bargaining agreement. There have been just 3 negotiating sessions on core economics. 3 on core economics. 3 on core economics. January 24th, 25th, and this past Tuesday. You're kidding me. January 24th and 25th is when they first had a meeting on the core economics, which is pretty much everything. January 24th and 25th. 5-6 days before February. That's how long they waited. What an absolute embarrassment. I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? You go into a lockout on December 2nd and you wait nearly 2 months to even meet because you hate each other so much, and they just seem to take no consideration on what this is doing to the game and the future of the sport. Because I don't see a lot of young people interested in the game right now. I don't see a lot of youths, okay? I don't see a lot of youths that are into baseball. There's maybe 2 youths that are into baseball right now. We got big problems. Players are upset. Payrolls declined to $4.05 billion. Oh man, I'd be so pissed off if I only got paid $4.05 billion. That would be such bullshit, man. No, well, I understand now. The lowest in a fully completed year since 2015. Oh, God forbid. They are asking for an expansion of salary arbitration eligibility, a significant increase in luxury tax thresholds, and minimum salaries. Minimum salaries, yeah. I mean, $400K a year? How are you supposed to survive on that? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? $500,000? I mean, come on now. What do you want me to do? Freaking ramen noodles? Come on, get some money going here. A decrease in revenue sharing and new rules to prevent what they allege is service time manipulation by clubs. Yeah. Teams say they will not expand arbitration or decrease revenue sharing, and that intensive negotiations on the luxury tax are for the final stage of bargaining. So the lockout entered its 65th day on Friday and shows every sign of rolling past the scheduled start of spring training workouts February 16th. No chance. Given that at least 3 weeks of training and exhibition games are required and the need for several days for players to report to camps and go through COVID-19 protocols, all this during COVID-19, all this after we had a 60-game season. I don't know, man. I'm really worried about it. You cannot expect baseball to continue to be as strong as it has been, and yeah, it's going to be fine for 5-10 years or something, but what about 30 years, 40 years, 50 years? It could be like soccer is in the United States. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world, but in the United States, MLS or something, and then it could be worse than that. It could be badminton or something in the future. I'm not saying baseball is going to disappear completely, but they piss off the fans. They're in big trouble because, like I said, the young fans are already not really into baseball that much. So baseball's ninth work stoppage is its first since a series of strikes and lockouts set back the sport from 1972 to 95. Players Association has made $5,000 stipends available to its members from the $178.5 million in cash. Yeah, 5,000 stipends. I like a $5,000 stipend. That'd be nice. But let's be honest. Right now, the players and the owners are absolutely filthy rich. I understand there are some arguments of people saying, dude, not every MLB player is a millionaire. No, not every MLB player is a millionaire. Since when do you have to be a millionaire to be considered doing well? Since when do you have to be considered a millionaire? I mean, you're making $400K a year. I think you're doing all right. Okay, I think you're doing damn well. Max Scherzer tweeted out, "We don't need mediation because what we are offering to MLB is fair for both sides." Well, of course you would say that. I mean, all due respect, like, I'm not saying I'm siding with the owners. I'm not siding with really either. I just want them to figure something out. They're both, making plenty of money, and I really feel like they should be able to get this figured out and just compromise. Just say, what do you got? You figured it out before. The players weren't happy with that deal, so I think the owners should compromise a little bit, give them a little bit. But the players do appear to be asking for quite a bit as well, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Let's jump back to the statement here on Twitter and see what people are saying about it. This is an interesting tweet right here from B. Baldine. "Hey, MLB and MLBPA, you forgot about the third affected party, the fans. You've had 5 years. This is where we step in. Here's your deadline, March 31st. If you miss the deadline, we move on. We're done. We stop buying tickets. We stop buying merch. We stop watching on TV. Hear that, advertisers? We can band together to sorry you let it come to this." It's really nice sounding. Is it going to work out that way? No, I mean, like I said, baseball will do okay, but I'm worried about the future, because they are going to piss off fans. They're going to lose some fans over this, especially if they don't start baseball on time and don't start till like May, June, July or something stupid, and we have to have another shortened season. They're going to piss a lot of people off. And it doesn't concern me for the next year, 2 or 3 or 4, but it concerns me for down the line, 20, 30 years. When I'm an old man, baseball could be badminton. I mean, I'm dead serious. I just don't know what the future holds. He says, actually, we stand with the players, get lost, keep sucking that boot. Not to be an asshole about it. In the lockout now. The fans support the players, not the billionaire owners. Stay strong. I don't pick sides in this labor dispute, but without knowing the facts, this screams, I'm afraid the mediator will not side with us, so let's try to spin this as if we're the only ones that want to negotiate. Ooh, interesting take right there. Don't exactly understand how the MLBPA loses by accepting mediation. It's non-binding, isn't it? Kind of this. Doesn't this kind of undermine the MLB is willing to negotiate narrative? Very interesting. Very interesting. Neither side wants to negotiate. As a longtime fan, I'm totally sick of both sides. Neither side cares about the fans. Just fire Manfred. Bootlickers everywhere. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not really siding with either. How can I side with them without, I'm not sitting in the meetings. We just hear what we hear. I think the players have some interesting things that they want. But as far as, the rising, because you haven't made as much since 2015 or something, or the overall salary has dropped a little bit. I mean, we're having a COVID-19 crisis right now. We didn't even have a baseball season in 2020 as far as fans. Fans weren't allowed to attend games. And I'm not trying to side with the owners. I'm just saying, I just couldn't imagine being a player and being pissed off that I'm only making a few million or something, or pissed off that you know, our industry's only paid whatever billion I said earlier. I just can't imagine being pissed off about that. But then again, you have a union, a very powerful union. The union's going to fight for the players, and that's what a union is for. So it is what it is. But all in all, I'm not going to take sides. I'm just pissed off that they can't figure something out. Simple as that. You know, if I had all the facts and I sat in the meetings, maybe I'd be completely with the players. Maybe I'd be completely with the owners if I sat in those meetings. I don't know. I just want them to get this thing figured out because it really is embarrassing, and you're going to hurt the game. The game barely survived the 94 strike. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you next time.
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.